Hi everybody. Alright, we're moving on with limits a little bit. I think this is our third limit lesson. And we're talking about properties of limits and then just finding limits algebraically. It's a very straightforward lesson, I think you'll find. And let's deal with, we've got 5 properties here. The limit of f of x as x approaches c is L. This is just something we've set, and g of x as x approaches c, the limit is k. Just for the shorthand work on here. Now we have the scalar multiple, which in this case is b. So if I were to do this limit as x approaches c of b times f of x, well, f of x, that's L, so the answer would be b times L. Now sum or difference, okay, f of x plus g of x, the limit as x approaches c of that is L plus k. F of x minus g of x, the limit of that is L minus k. Rather than write them both separately, we're just going to write them as one. Now the product rule here is the limit of f of x times g of x. That's the limit of f of x, which is L, times the limit of g of x, which is k. Again, I think this is very straightforward. Works the same with quotient, L over k. And then it also works the same with power. The limit of f of x to the nth power as x approaches c is that limit. The answer for that limit is L, which is L to the nth power. So, let's look at a few examples here. Get all situated. Example 1. Let the limit as x approaches c of f of x equal 4, and the limit as x approaches c of g of x equal 8. Let's let those two things be the case. Okay, whatever the functions are, the limit as x approaches c is 4 here, and the limit of g of x here is 8 as x approaches c. So we're going to evaluate each limit here. So in this case, this is negative 2 times the limit of g of x as x approaches c. So this is negative 2 times 8, which is negative 16. Limit of f of x plus g of x. The limit of f of x is 4. Limit of g of x is 8, and 4 plus 8 is equal to 12. Limit of as x approaches c of f of x over g of x. The limit of f of x, again, is 4. Limit of g of x is 8. 4/8 is the same as 1/2. And the limit as x approaches c of the square root of f of x, so that's the square root of the limit of f of x is 4. The square root of 4 is 2. Alright, that's all there is to that. Now, we have a thing called direct substitution. So the limit as x approaches c of f of x is f of c. You plug the c into the function and get the answer. So let's look at a few of those examples. Now on A, the limit of x cubed as x approaches 2, we take the x out, we put the 2 in, is 2 to the 3rd power, and the answer is 8. The limit of 8x as x approaches 4 is 8 times 4, which is 32. The limit as x approaches 16 of the 4th root of x. We take the x out, put the 16 in, the 4th root of 16. 2 to the 4th power is 16. The 4th root of 16 is 2. The limit of tangent of x as x approaches 3 pi over 4 is equal to the tangent of 3 pi over 4. Let's take a look here. This is pi over 4, 2 pi over 4, 3 pi, wait, no, 4 pi over 4. Here's 3 pi over 4. This is 2 pi over 4. Been a while. Okay, but here's 3 pi over 4. Remember that the coordinates here would be the negative square root of 2 over 2 and the positive square root of 2 over 2, the x and y, sine over cosine. So that is negative 1. square root of 2 over 2 over the square root of negative 2 over square root of radical 2 over 2. Well, okay, I don't know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. The y-coordinate over the x-coordinate, and they're just opposites each other, so that answer is negative 1. And just some bookwork for you, page 759, 50 through 62. All right, you guys take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.